I had met this man at my job. Immediately, we started living together. And I knew something wasn't right. I didn't know what. It's just like, this isn't right. I think it was after 3 months, I found that I was pregnant. I was just like, what do I do? Over a period of time, he grew through drinking and through drugs, just very abusive. Very, very abusive, physically, mentally, beaten. Like, I'm gonna make you pay for deciding to keep this baby. I remember I was 6 or 7 months pregnant, and there was a stairway of about 30 steps straight down. He had pushed me down the steps, and I remember just laying there thinking, like, why? Like, why would you do that? I think it was after I had my son, the last straw for me was when he had punched me in the head several times. Gashed my eye open, and I was bleeding everywhere, and I fell on the floor, and I caught a reflection of myself in the TV. And I just saw how gashed and how bruised and how just bloody my whole face was. And it caught me off guard, and the baby began to cry. I really believe that me or my son was gonna die that night. And I remember just thinking, like, I have to protect this baby. So this is Andy, and he's the reason why I knew I needed to leave that night, and that I needed to make a change. That's what set me on the road to Providence. Since being at Providence Network, my life drastically changed in ways I would have never imagined. I've been able to hold and maintain my job while I'm able to be a good mother. I'm able to be a responsible adult and to make wise decisions and not go back into things that I know aren't good. And the impact that it's had on Andy, I've seen Andy grow in ways that have been incredible. And I'm so grateful for Providence Network and all that they've done for me. I really needed somebody to fight for me instead of against me, and just to be in my corner and to be an encouragement, and just to come alongside me and just to be my friend. I really needed a friend. It keeps me interlocked with these people that have held me accountable and that have lifted me up, and that I can look at them too and see the work that God's doing in their lives, and how that gives me hope to want to keep going. And where this road has led me, when I was just in such despair, I had no hope at all, and now I have a future in front of me. I have a hope, and I have dreams now, things that I can do, and I know I can do it because I'm not alone, and I have Providence Network and the people there that give me hope.